Crossing live now to Major General BK Sharma, Director General of India's United Service Institution, now joining us here live on RT International. Major General, thank you so much for sharing your Saturday with us here at RT International. We always appreciate your commentary.
Pleasure.
It's a pleasure for us as well. So days ago, in the wake of Donald Trump's enormous tariffs slapping on India, Modi got a call from Brazil's Lula da Silva because the same thing happened to Lula da Silva. They're both getting in the crosshairs of Trump's tariff wars. But then we get Modi on the phone with Vladimir Putin, another BRICS member and family friend as well. It's all coming amid the buzz of rapid developments on Ukraine, but also, as I said, this Trump tariff war as well. Can you read between the lines, Major General, on the timing, the significance of this phone call between Putin and Modi?
This call is highly significant, particularly in the backdrop of the trade wars that have been unleashed by United States of America under the Trump's presidency. So we are eagerly looking forward to President Putin's visit to India. And our NSA has recently been to Russia, and our foreign minister is visiting. Now, at the core of this tariffs which Trump has imposed against India is 25% increased tariffs, which involve that India is buying Russian oil. So India has put its position absolutely forthright that under no circumstances we will forego or undermine our sovereignty to buy oil from the open market, and that includes from Russia. So I think there is a new geopolitical realignment which is in the offing, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting where President Putin and our Prime Minister will be meeting with Xi Jinping, and then subsequent visit of the President to India. I think these are very, very consequential, and we reset the whole agenda, and probably it will be another milestone in what we call is the multipolarity and rebuilding a new and just world order.
I'm glad you mentioned the SCO, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. I'm also glad you're mentioning how we really are seeing movement among these family members, whether it's the SCO, the BRICS, the ASEAN, the Global South. We're seeing so much movement, essentially many standing up on their own 2 feet, expressing perhaps a dissatisfaction with the status quo of the unipolar world order and trying to move more towards this multipolar world order based on mutual respect. You know, you mentioned the tariffs, Trump slapping an extra 25% tariff on India because India is buying Russian oil. What they don't talk about is the fact that a lot of this Russian oil is then sold by India to America's best friends in Europe. So what's the problem? Because it's Europeans who end up buying so much of this Russian oil that comes through India. So is Trump sanctioning India in effect, or is he actually sanctioning his European buddies?
See, irrationality is the hallmark of President Trump. And he looks at the entire geopolitics as if it's a game of, chess or something like that. It is not so. For example, there is a huge duplicity that Europe is buying gas from Russia. Even United States of America is buying uranium. It is buying fertilizers. It's also buying some other alloys. And then the other countries like China, Turkey, they're also buying Russian oil. Yeah. Why has he singled out India, for instance? The reason for that is, I think, it is due to his bruised ego, right? Like he took claims for, negotiating a ceasefire between India and Pakistan, which was not true. There would have been certain conversation, but there was no direct call between him and our Prime Minister. And Indians totally negated that line of story being paddled out from the White House. Yeah. Now that has bruised his ego because he is seeing himself as an aspirant to get the Nobel Peace Prize, and he thinks that this deal that he is now brokering between Ukraine and Russia, and he also took claims for deconflicting Cambodia, Thailand. Iran and Israel. So he's looking that, well, like Obama, he is a hot candidate for getting a Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
And India has not gone with that story, and that has bruised his ego. And that is how he is reacting in this particular manner.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very interesting comment. So, the great peacemaker, he solved Cambodia, Thailand, Iran, Israel, India, Pakistan. Oh, it's going to be Russia and Ukraine. I mean, all right, guys, look. It's big stuff. We hope that at the end of the day, good things are happening. But you're right, Trump likes to take the credit for all these things, even when apparently he's not even remotely involved. But bless his heart for being such an optimist. Just quickly, I wanted to ask you, before we get back into this this Putin-Trump meeting in Alaska, just quickly, in the wake of these Trump tariffs on India, now India apparently saying we're not so interested in buying the F-35 anymore, the most expensive warplane in history that spends most of its life on the ground. It's like a bird who's had its wings clipped. Is it true the F-35 is no longer interesting to buy for India?
See, there's a lot of fog that has been created about it, and I think our Ministry of Defense has given a very lucid statement that this thing that the procurement process with the US has been put on a back burner. I think it is fabricated. But everything is not hunky-dory, let me say, in the same breath, because we are looking forward to 27th August, right, which is the deadline for us, and whether he resumes trade talks with us or not. In the light of that, I think Indian government will take a decision how to process further in terms of acquisitions of Stryker, Javelin co-production here, Reaper drones, and also we have this Boeing P-8I additional 6 aircraft. But as far as the F-35 is concerned, to the best of my knowledge, it is nowhere in the reckoning as far as India is concerned. We are exploring other alternatives. We are also, I think there's a golden offer which has come from Russia in terms of, S-500 and Su-57 for the joint production and even re-export. So all these options are on the table, and time only will tell us that how we proceed forward.
Well,
but whatever,
sorry, please.
Whatever decision we'll take, it will be in the best interest of India, and it will be not under any coercion, intimidation, or pressure.
This is something that India keeps on saying as well, particularly Foreign Minister Subramanian Jaishankar as well, always saying, look, we will act in our country's own best interests. Lula da Silva telling Trump, you're not the emperor of the world, get out of my face. You're the president of America. And just quickly here, just before I let you go, Major General, it's so good to get you on the program on this Saturday. Before we had this big meeting supposedly set up now for Alaska between Putin and Trump, before this gets underway, we've just had that phone call between Modi and Putin. Just give me a final comment here. What do you think they were really talking about? We understand Ukraine was a part of it. But it's again emphasizing the true partnership and the friendship between New Delhi and Moscow, right?
See, right from the very outset, we have understood Russia's strategic security concerns and its principled position. And at the same time, we have said that, well, negotiated peace is the only way forward. And we are very happy that that moment has arrived. And there would be give and take. And I know that in give and take, Russia's core strategic concerns would be heeded. And that is in the interest of India, because that will also perhaps lead to lifting of the secondary sanctions against Russia. And then that will also help India in doing better trade and improving its, even the defense deals, which are big ticket deals with Russia. So it's a win-win for everybody.
That's a good comment to wrap up our conversation here with Major General BK Sharma, Director General of India's United Service Institution, joining us here on RT International. It's been a pleasure, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Look forward. Thank you.